Hello, family. We are back for another episode of to be whole. Thank you so much for joining me on today. Just excited to be back, y'all. I mentioned about the retreat that's coming up, the Lenny Thomas Young Women's Retreat. If you want to be a part of that, go to our website at LTY. That's Lady Tom Young Women's with an S retreat.org and sign up for the retreat. It's only $25. Ladies, we would love for you to come out and be a part of that. Also, for those of you who were able to be a part of the concert, I announced that I'm writing a book. Yes, I have written a book, and it is in its final stages, and I'm really, really excited about it. The book will be coming out. The plan is in October. Some people did a pre-sale. They purchased it early, and I appreciate all of you who purchased it. Also have my apparel that was pretty much launched during the concert as well. So y'all, those are some of the things that I'm truly excited about. I got a couple more things on the horizon. God is doing some stuff, and I'm super duper duper excited about it. Can you sense it? Can't you see it? God is so good, and I'm trying my best to stay in his will and be in his will to do what he's called me to do. And I hope you are doing the exact same, okay? All right, so I'll give you more information regarding the book as well as purchasing more apparel. Actually, I'll have some of it in the comments. So look down in the comment section or right below the description, and it will have some information for you there, okay? All right, so let's get to today's topic. Today's topic is the 7 R's to finding true love, okay? The 7 R's, some people say aura. Some people say aura. It's not aura, it's R, okay, people? The 7 R's to finding true love. And again, these are things that I came up with. I haven't read it in another book. It's just, hey, I'm 46 years old. I've been around for a while. I've been in a few relationships, so I know some of the things that I look for, and it looks like a lot of those things begin with the letter R. So I hope, it's helpful to you, because these are things that I look for in a relationship. If I've met somebody and we're dating consistently, these are qualities or things that I am looking for in that person. So if you're taking notes, for those of you who like to take notes, get your pen and your paper out, or get your phone out and get your notes section out and jot these down, okay? So I'm going to start. I don't have them in a particular order in terms of most important to least important. I just have them listed, and you decide what's most important versus what's least important to you. But these are 7 things to finding true love, okay? The R's, 7 R's. All right, the first one is respect. All right, there is nothing like someone having respect for you, right? But with the same token, you want to be able to respect them as well. Have you ever dated somebody, or even with somebody, even now, even in a marriage, where you don't respect them? It's hard to be in love, and it's hard to stay in love when you don't respect the person, or you don't feel respected by the person that you're with. So it's important for that respect level to be there. There's a level of honor that comes with respect, okay? And so you want them to respect you. You want to respect them, and there has to be a respect for others. If you're dating somebody that is not respectful to others, they're not somebody that you really want to be with. You're going out on a date and they don't respect the waiter or the waitress, or in traffic, they're going off constantly, or, there's somebody who gets in their way or something, and they just snap and all that. You got to have a respect for people. So respect is really, really important when you're trying to find true love, okay? Then there is reciprocity, okay? The second R is reciprocity. There has to be a give and take, okay? There has to be a tug of love, not tug of war, okay? If it's a tug of war, that's not the person for you. It needs to be a tug of love where both of you all are volleying back and forth, being supportive to one another, sharing affirmations, loving each other in each other's love language. Okay. You have got to be able to feel that back and forth, because if one person is doing all the giving and the other person is only receiving, that's draining. What if you got to do all the giving, what's the purpose of you being with that person? So it's important that there is a give and take, that there is reciprocity, that it's not just one-sided, one person giving all the love and another receiving all the love. Okay? That's really, really selfish when a person does not, when they say they love you or that they care about you, but their actions don't line up with that. Okay, reciprocity is just not about speaking love. It's action. It's an action that you should be able to feel a person's love beyond their words. Okay, so reciprocity, that's number 2. Number 3, responsible. Okay, you need someone who is responsible. They are fiscally or financially responsible, someone who is, and that encompasses several things, someone who's gainfully employed. That's being fiscally responsible or financially responsible. They know how to manage their money well, or they're willing and open to learn. Everybody wasn't raised to know how to save or know how to properly budget their money, and that's okay. But don't be with somebody who's not at least open and willing to learn how to do it. If they're not, if they're just going to be spenders, regardless of how much money they make. Okay, they could be, making $200,000 or $300,000. Some could be even making $1 million. I don't know. Or they may just be making $20,000 or $30,000. It doesn't matter how much money you make. If you cannot properly manage your money, it'll never be enough. It'll never be enough. We've seen millionaires, fall from grace, go bankrupt and all of that because they don't know how to manage money. If you can't manage 20,000, you can't manage 20 million. Okay, you can say all you want, but if certain structures are not in place and you do not have not been taught or have learned how to properly budget and manage your money, their money will run through your hands too. Okay, so you want somebody who's responsible fiscally, and, financially and fiscally responsible. You want someone who is emotionally and mentally responsible. Okay, they're not afraid to be vulnerable and will not take advantage of your vulnerability. All right, you have to be willing to be vulnerable in a relationship. If you are not vulnerable in a relationship, you can never truly love. That's another thing that will inhibit your ability to fall into that deep love or to choose to be in that deep love. You have to be able to, let yourself go in terms of your emotions or these things, these barriers or these walls that may be in the way that would keep you from being able to give your heart and give your all to a person. Okay, so emotionally and mentally responsible. Also, you need to be physically responsible. Okay, physical. I'm talking about taking care of their temple. Everybody don't have to be the same size. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Okay, but being mindful of your health, okay, being mindful of your physical well-being. They ain't gonna eat pork chops and fat back and chitlins, I know, but chitterlings every week, all the unhealthy foods, and then you're not gonna even exercise or try to do anything. No, you can't do that and still be physically responsible. You want somebody who is willing and open, just to be mindful of their food intake or what they eat or how much of it that they eat. And, be willing to exercise, have some level of an exercise regimen. If it's only 3 days a week, going out and walking. Okay, that's being responsible. All right. Again, that does not mean everybody needs to be the same size and look the same way. No, you know whether or not you are in good physical health and what changes that you need to make in your life. Okay. So just because somebody may seem slim and small, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're physically responsible. Okay. So don't be fooled by that type of stuff, but you want somebody who is that way. All right. And I want to go back. When I was talking about emotional and mental responsibility, you want somebody also who can accept accountability. They appreciate being held accountable. accountable and don't mind holding others accountable. Again, that's a two-way street as well. You just can't make everybody else accountable and you yourself not being open to accountability. Okay, I forgot that little one, so that goes back under the mental and emotional responsibility, being responsible. All right, the next R is relationships. You want to make sure the person has healthy family relationships, whether it's their children, their parents, siblings. Those things are important to watch. Certain things do happen in families where people may not be close to their family members for a particular reason, but make sure it's legitimate and it's not something of their insecurity or something that's happened in them, or they're holding a grudge or something like that. Okay, you need to watch those things. When a person does not have a good relationship with their family, that's something that's a red flag. Okay, pay attention to that. Healthy friendships. When you find people that don't have any friends, how you go through life with no friends? That's another red flag. All right, and then if you do have friends, they can't seem to keep friends. When you get to be this age, especially my age, in your 40s, there should be at least one childhood friend, usually. Or even if it's not from your childhood, maybe from college, or you met them on one of your first jobs, somebody that you have carried with you for at least 15, 20 years. Okay, I'm not saying you need to have 5 or 6 of them, but at least one. All right, so make sure those friendships are healthy. And then healthy spiritually. Okay, they walk the walk and they talk the talk. For me, that's Jesus Christ. Hey, if they're not a believer, or they say that they're a believer, but their language does not match up, their actions do not match up, their lifestyle does not match up, to me, that relationship, something going on with your relationship with Christ when it's not lining up. Now, that does not mean somebody has it all figured out, because we all mess up. We all, make errors. But I'm talking about a lifestyle. If you're living a lifestyle of certain things that we know are against Christianity and belief in Christ, that's going to be a problem. That's something that you need to really consider and step back, say, hey, wait a minute now. You said this, but I see you doing this on a regular basis. All right. So make sure that their relationships are healthy. Family, friends, and their spiritual relationship. Okay. Then make sure they are ready. Okay. That's the next R. Ready. What do I mean when I say ready? You don't have to beg or wonder about their commitment to you. I have been in relationships where it's like, well, he say he like me, or he say he may love me, but the level of commitment, we're not in a committed relationship, or I don't see his level of commitment to me in the relationship. So I'm wondering, then, as women, sometimes we may not even want to bring up, because it's like, oh, you rushing me, that type of thing. But whatever, if it's been long enough, I'm going to say something, and it ain't going to be too long. You better believe that. But you don't have to. If somebody is ready, that means you don't have to wonder about their commitment to you, or they're trying to beg them to commit to you, because they're ready for the same thing that you're ready for. All right. And then the desired end is the same. I know for me and most of the people that I know, the end desire is marriage, And so if you meet somebody and they say, well, yeah, I believe in commitment, but not necessarily to the point of marriage. If you know marriage is what it is for you, then don't even entertain that relationship, because you're not finna change them or change their mind, okay? All you're gonna do is find yourself spending a year, 2 years, 3 years trying to change somebody whose mind is not even in the same place as yours regarding the end result, which is marriage. So don't waste your time there. And then another thing, and I mentioned this earlier, they're not afraid to be vulnerable. When a person is ready for marriage or ready for a lifelong commitment, they are open to being vulnerable, okay? Some may share their deepest secrets. They'll share emotions and how they feel about certain things, all right? And it's important that you have somebody who is willing to be vulnerable with you when you're talking about going to the next levels of your relationship. If they can't be vulnerable now, it's a good chance they won't be vulnerable later. All right. It's a very good chance. So if they can't trust you fully, then that may not be the person that you need to be with if they're not ready to open up and be vulnerable. All right. Then the next R is relatable. Okay. You want somebody who's relatable, who can connect and interact with others really well. They don't come to a room and, hi, how are you? Like an old robot or something. Okay, no, you want somebody who can come into the room. They may not be the life of the party, true enough, but they are somebody that you want to, who can at least be in a room and smile and bring a positive disposition to the room, okay? You want somebody relatable because they care and have compassion for people. Usually when you're a relatable person, that means you can feel other people's pain. You can have joy when they have joy. All right. So you want a relatable person. They have a sense of humor and can loosen up and have fun. They're not tightwads or, to the point where they're overboard with being too funny, too silly. And people are like, I really wish she would shut up. Or, oh, he just go on and on and on. Do he ever stop? All right. So somebody who's balanced, a relatable person usually is a little more balanced. Okay. And then the last R, last but not least, you want someone who is reliable, someone who is dependable, who is consistent. Woo! Ain't nothing like a consistent man. You can count on him, honey. He is a man of integrity, a woman of integrity, someone you can trust. That you know that she's gonna do what she says she's gonna do, or he's gonna do what he says he's gonna do. All right, that's a reliable person. It's like you don't have to second guess. Well, he said he was coming, but I don't know. You know how he is, or she said she was gonna do this, but I don't know. She fell through a few times. So no, you don't want that. You want a reliable person. All right, and again, these are my 7 R's. Okay. Of finding true love. You may have other R's, or you may have some other words that are important to you, but these are the 7 R's, or 7 things that you need, that you can use as a barometer to measure whether or not this is a person that you possibly could really fall in love with. Okay, this is a great barometer for that. And for me, all of these are at the minimum, at the bare minimum. I'm looking for this pretty much off the top. So make sure you have them, and I'm going to call them back out to you if you were taking notes. Okay, you want someone who has respect. There must be reciprocity. They must be responsible. They must have healthy relationships. They must be ready. They must be relatable, and they must be reliable. Okay, that's 7. All right, 7 things, that the 7 R's to finding true love. All right. So thank you so much for joining me again today for O2Be.Whole. If you would like to reach me, you can reach me at ohtobewhole@gmail.com. I have my life coach certification, so feel free to reach out. I would love to connect with you. Again, I have a book coming out really, really soon. So you can email me regarding that as well if you're interested in doing a purchase for the pre-sale of the book, or if there's some apparel that you would like to purchase. The different shirts. There are a couple shirts that are on sale. This is one of the shirts. So reach out to me at ohtobewhole@gmail.com. Thank you so much for being here. Be sure, my new viewers, be sure to subscribe. My Holy Rollers, like, share. I got my Holy Roller shirt on today. Like, share, and comment so that we can talk in the comments. Okay. Thank you so much for being a part of today's episode. And until next time, God bless.